Hi, everybody. We're so glad you're joining us for our Friday Eve edition of the 10 TV Weather Impact Show. It's Michael and Meredith. We've got you covered. We're happy you're here with us today. Hope you're enjoying this nicer weather.
Yeah, I mean, nicer weather in place out there. The sunshine, it's been here pretty much ever since Monday.
Right.
And finally, a stretch of dry weather to enjoy.
Oh, so nice. Although, unfortunately, we have air quality alerts in place. So I guess when one thing is good, we have something else to worry about.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit too much of that heat out there, a little bit too much stagnation out there. And, you know, it's going to be kind of hot this afternoon, too.
It is. So make sure you're prepared. But let's talk about the forecast and what your weather impact is going to be. Today, especially through the next couple of days, we are going to still have that hot and muggy weather, although today will be the hottest of the next couple of days. Regardless, you want to make sure with that humidity, especially on the rise, also heat-related illnesses. But we did talk about the air quality alert, so I do want to start with that. And you can see there are 4 counties that are included. We have Fairfield, we have Licking, we have Franklin, and we have Delaware County. All 4 of you, that's where we could see that air quality get to the level that's unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if that's you, just make sure you're limiting your time indoors, or also make sure you're taking those breaks in somewhere with air conditioning or clean, fresh air. But the afternoon index is at 7. It's high. It sounds very high category, but it's still elevated. So just make sure you are taking those preparations as we move forward, especially during the peak daytime heating hours, to protect yourself. And just know those temperatures really ramping up and staying up for pretty much most of the day. We don't really start to cool off until later, but I can tell you, I'm giving you a go for golf today. So if you get off work a little bit early, you can definitely get a good game in. Now tomorrow, it's a little bit more rough. I would say golf in the morning the next couple of days after that, because as you'll see, there's chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon. So I'm not going to show you the forecast, the futurecast for today. There's really nothing to show. For tomorrow, though, let's go here, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The morning right now is looking dry with scattered clouds and sunshine, but that sunshine could fuel some pop-up showers and even thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon, just like you can see here by 7 o'clock. So just expect as you go to those evening plans, you might have some quick passing showers, quick passing storms. And then overnight, it does look like we'll have some very heavy downpours, maybe some stronger storms push through. We'll be watching that closely for you moving through overnight. And then as we go into the forecast for Saturday morning, which is good news. I know there's a lot of events happening this weekend. We have the Pride Parade. It does look to be dry for us right now in the morning, maybe even seeing a little bit of sunshine. But again, that's going to make the atmosphere unstable. And as we go into the second half of the day, we'll run that risk of some showers and thunderstorms popping up. Again, you can see they're going to be more hit or miss for us throughout the day. And then as we go again overnight into Sunday morning, it does look like we'll have some more showers and storms to keep a close eye on. So if you're hoping to get that mowing in, I can tell you today's probably the best day to do that after work as we go into Friday. Like I said, if you do it in the morning before we start to get those showers, and especially if we do have some heavier downpours, I would do that. I'm not really thinking this weekend's going to be looking good because 1, we're going to have rain that comes down, but then 2, we're also going to have those chances of showers and storms in the afternoon. But for the rest of the day today, again, 88 for our high with the dew point back in the 60s. That is going to be humid weather for us. And so get ready. That is how our forecast is going to look for today. We're going to have that humidity lingering for tomorrow especially. And then as we go into this weekend, again, just going to be muggy, and temperature is going to stay really constant for us in the 80s. So you can enjoy the mornings for the most part, although you can see through the weekend those morning temperatures are in the upper 60s. Ugh, even close to 70 Saturday morning. That's just uncomfortable.
I mean, it is kind of that time of the year we get into those summer temperatures out there. And, you know, there's no 70s in the forecast out there. I mean, we're getting kind of used to those.
Summer, I know. It's on its way.
You know, that's one of the big complaints, I think, every year in Ohio is that we go right from really cold to really warm, sticky air. And without that nice chunk of in-between time, I don't think we got a lot of in-between time this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you do out there?
Exactly.
Yeah, with the warmer weather, though, like, you know, you got in the forecast there and some of those sunnier days out there, you're more likely to spend time outdoors.
That sounds right.
Yeah, absolutely. But summer fun can quickly fizzle out. That can be due to heat, humidity. That can actually lead to itchy and painful skin issues. One problem is a combination called how do you say that thing? Melasma?
Melasma? Like plasma? Melasma? I don't know. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, it's hyperpigmentation of the skin. It usually affects sun-exposed areas. Dr. Susan Masick with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says daily sunscreen is actually key to prevention.
You know, you're going to be outdoors for longer periods of time. Try to shoot for an SPF of 50 plus.
And if you plan on gardening or hiking or spending other times outside, make sure you also are vigilant for poisonous plants. Poison ivy, sumac, oak can all cause intensely itchy rashes when it comes into contact with the skin. Now to some environment news. Cleanup efforts are still underway after a chemical spill at a plant in Benton County.
And this actually happened at the Austin Powder Red Diamond plant in MacArthur. The facility makes explosives used for mining and construction. Now, the Jackson County Emergency Management Director told us that 3,000 gallons of nitric acid leaked. As the chemical reached the air, it became nitric oxide, and that creates an orange-brown plume, and it was seen by many neighbors in the area that were evacuated. Though they were allowed to return last night, which was great news, but some still say they're concerned about the safety in their community.
It's scary. And to be honest with you, when they tell you something's going on out to Austin Powder, if you're smart, you'll listen.
It's kind of scary after like all the East Palestine stuff, because you hear that was pretty big. I mean, I've lived here, like I said, my entire life, and nothing like this has ever happened.
You may remember he's referring to when a train carrying toxic materials derailed in East Palestine. That was back in 2023.
Oh my goodness. There have been incidents at Austin Powder before. This is video from the 10 TV archives following an explosion at that plant. Now that injured 10 people back in 2009, and investigators say it was caused by a detonating cord that broke during the manufacturing process. Now there were no reports of injuries from Wednesday's chemical leak, but we'll continue to monitor what happens as the situation develops.
Yeah, and keeping on the environment news, this is a view out there of our Skyview camera. A little hazy heading into this afternoon, and we'll be keeping an eye on air quality for you today, as we do have an air quality alert in place.
Just as every individual action has an effect on the overall poor air quality, every individual action that we take can also contribute to reversing some of that poor air quality.
Now, to keep you safe, the American Lung Association says to reduce the time you spend outdoors. If you do need to go outside, no problem, bring a mask with you. It can help filter out the bad particles. And also keep your windows and door closed at your home while you're running your air conditioner.
And also in today, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency unveiled a plan to loosen some regulations on the energy industry. The new proposal would eliminate rules that limit greenhouse gas emissions from power plants that run on coal and natural gas. The agency is also proposing to ease regulation on toxic pollutants that can harm children and are linked to a range of health problems.
Today, EPA is taking an important step, reclaiming sanity and sound policy, illustrating that we can both protect the environment and grow the economy.
Now, the proposed rollbacks follow President Trump's repeated pledge to unleash American energy and make it more affordable for Americans to power their homes and operate businesses.
And to wrap up our environmental coverage today, here's the latest from CBS News Climate Watch.
We're keeping an eye on the climate. Here's what you need to know. The Trump administration plans to eliminate federal protections across millions of acres of Alaskan wilderness to allow drilling and mining in the largest stretch of public land in the U.S. This area of Alaska is home to polar bears, grizzlies, caribou, and thousands of migratory birds. Officials say the need to drill is about U.S. energy security, while environmentalists worry this is a dangerous step backward for the climate. Hurricane season is underway, and the National Weather Service is scrambling to restaff. After hundreds of layoffs earlier this year, the agency says it's now hiring 126 meteorologists and specialists to fill critical vacancies. The move comes amid growing concerns that the National Weather Service and FEMA are not prepared for this year's hurricane season, which started June 1st and runs through November 30th. And finally, a tiny underwater drone is revealing serious trouble in the ocean off of Western Australia with extraordinary detail. The drone, called Hydrus, helps scientists examine severe coral bleaching with high-resolution images to capture the scale and detail of the damage. Using the drones and images, scientists hope to better monitor reefs around the world and develop effective conservation strategies for reef restoration. That's your Climate Watch. For the latest on climate and environmental news, go to cbsnews.com and follow us on Instagram at CBS News Planet. I'm Jessie Mitchell in New York.
And finally today, let's check out some new video into us here at 10 TV. First, this one from last week as Hawaii's legendary Kilauea volcano was erupting for the 24th time. Wow. I never get tired of these videos, especially at night.
Seriously.
Beautiful there. It's been spewing lava plumes thousands of feet into the air on and off through last week. That volcano located on the southeastern side of the island of Hawaii. Hawaiian authorities say that no homes were currently threatened while that eruption was ongoing, which is good news.
Such good news. And finally, a seagull was seen chasing after a drone. This is great. In Istanbul. That was on Wednesday, May 28th, as it attracted the bird's attention while it was filming views of the city. Oh my God, I can't even. Now, the drone video showed the seagull flying toward it as it was capturing views of Istanbul's Galata Tower and the Bosphorus Strait in the background.
You know, that's not,
wow.
That's wild. I
hey
mean,
there.
I fly a drone for us here at the station.
Right.
I've never had a bird try to intercept my flight.
That's crazy.
And I mean, that guy's catching up to him.
I love it. Oh man, what a great way to end the day.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful skies there too in that picture. So
yes, better than ours right now.
Absolutely. So I mean, keep an eye on that air quality this afternoon. And of course, we're going to be keeping an eye on our chances for rain as we head toward the weekend. Yeah. That includes Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz. He'll be here later this evening to keep you up to date on all of the latest changes to that forecast. Until then, you can get more online at 10tv.com. Have a great afternoon.
Bye.